Social media. A lot of people use social media for a lot of different reasons, but what is it having an impact on exactly? Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story and kind of the pros and cons for social media. You can make up your mind if you think it is positive or more negative. So we'll start with the story that I'm going to tell you regarding social media. Now, Instagram and kind of taking photos is one staple and really good thing to keep memories alive. And I always advocate kind of taking photos of really special occasions, and that's a really good thing to do. But this in particular is such a fake use of social media. It is unbelievable. And I'm sure we are all guilty of this as well. This is back in December, and what happened was we went to Winter Wonderland, a partner and I, and we went into the ice bar that was there. And you can get to enjoy it. And yes, we did take a bit of a selfie, and that's absolutely fine. You know, you're allowed to, you're kind of enjoying yourself. Doesn't mean that it's always going to go on social media. It's just so we can remember it. We were sat in the corner of the ice bar, and then this couple, I don't know who they were, so no names, obviously. They came and sat quite near us. And what ended up happening was they decided to have a bit of a photo shoot. Which, again, if you're getting paid for it, you know, it's your job, I get it. But it's just the whole thing surrounding it, which just paints it in a little bit of a bad light for me. Basically, I assume they were a couple. But basically what happened was the girlfriend wanted a load of photos taken. The boyfriend was the photographer, getting shouted at quite a bit as well to take the right angle, make sure it was right. And there was all these poses as well, like, you know. And I'm just thinking, how fake do you need to be on your photos? Like, can you not just enjoy yourself, have a bit of a selfie and have a good time? And the crazy thing was that it was like a load of people in a bar, and they were just taking up quite a lot of room to do this. And then eventually they asked us if we would take a photo of them. Oh dear. And then my partner made a great comment saying, make sure you get the right angle. But it was crazy. Like, they wanted to have a photo of both of them, which is fair enough. But again, they were all posy, and they were like, oh, I need to take the snow jacket off. And I couldn't believe it. I genuinely could not believe it. And then I took a few photos, gave it them back. Oh, can you do one more for us? Really? Really? I can't believe it. It was, it wound me up so much because I can't believe that they're using that to go on their Instagram. The boyfriend took a few more photos. The girlfriend, I think it was vice versa. And then they left. They left the ice bar, not enjoying their time there. They literally had come in for a photo shoot and that was it. I mean, yes, I'm sure a lot of people are guilty of this, but you can see kind of the impact it can have, especially because we are a society which looks at Instagram quite a lot more. And is that comparative against what's on Instagram? The reality is that a lot of things happen behind the scenes of some of those photos themselves. So let's go into a bit of the positives and negatives and see what you think. So social media can be used really, really effectively. And I use social media. Again, I'm doing kind of videos on my phone and sharing this on YouTube. I've got TikTok as well. You know, I use Twitter quite a lot. And it works well Instagram as kind of to a lesser degree. But the thing is, it can have really, really good benefits. So especially with connections, it gives you a lot better connectivity to people than it would have done previously. That can be a really good advantage. It can also be really good to promote your different things. So for me, it's great to promote kind of my YouTube videos and TikTok, and that's absolutely fine, and have that positive effect on it. Again, in different ways, you can spread news different ways as well, so that can also be a good thing. Some people use it as a little bit of a, I would say, outlet as well, to allow them to kind of wind down and kind of switch off and just kind of get kind of time on their own. But this can be heavily linked to negatives as well, especially with people using social media as an outlet. Using social media to high degrees can cause symptoms of depression and anxiety. And that can be a real troublesome thing, particularly because we are especially now, we are more targeted about the effects of mental health, and more people are probably experiencing mental health difficulties, should I say, than before. Actually, it brings a real forefront to the use of social media and why are you using it. I'd love to tell you that I have a perfect track record when it comes to social media, but I don't. I know I scroll on it aimlessly. Sometimes it's a great switch off, but I know that I spend too long on it, 100%, and that's a bad thing, especially for kind of what's going on in the world. You compare yourself, and those type of things can start to happen, and they can be some of the negatives in particular. Again, there is also as well the negative effects. Firstly, you can potentially not have that meaningful connection which people do long for. It can be very much behind a screen, and if you live your whole life behind a screen at work and then just go onto it kind of straight away afterwards, it can be quite harmful. So those meaningful connections can also be a potential negative. Now, on the balance of everything, those are only kind of two examples. There are loads of different other things that can be positive or negative around social media, but again, it's your choice. I think, especially with health and well-being and social media, there is always moderation which comes with it. And moderation is always going to be the key for what we do with any part of our aspect of life. Yes, use social media, but think about why you're using it a little bit more. Are you using it for the, I guess, right reasons or wrong reasons? And try and almost focus on yourself as much. Try not to compare to other people, and that can be really hard in this day and age. It's like, what's going to make you intrinsically happy? Is it going to be scrolling through social media and comparing yourself to other people? No. Intrinsic happiness is more essential than ever, rather than those extrinsic values, and that's the comparison that can be lost with social media. So, bit of food for thought. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And enjoy Mother's Day, all the mothers in there. Fortunately, some people do get to still see them. Unfortunately, for some people, they haven't got that privilege anymore. And I do kind of send my best wishes to anyone who is kind of not being able to celebrate Mothering Sunday. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.